All right, so this is game 2 from Mike, who we saw a game of just a couple of days ago, and it was submitted at the same time as that original one, so it's not like he's had time to see the other video and change things up. This is a speed rune Scourge game, and we'll see what we think. This is a show where people send me in some PvP footage, we provide some commentary on it, tips maybe, things, places where I do things differently. I'm not the best player in the world, but it's been pretty fun so far. If you guys want to submit your own footage, please feel free to. You could just send me a link anywhere you like, Google Drive, a YouTube video that I'll pull from YouTube, whatever. Just send me that message. All right, so yeah, we'll go in now. I want to say at the start now, I don't think speed runes on Scourge is that good. I think it's really good on Reaper. I think it's kind of okay on Core Necro. But I don't really see it as necessary on Scourge. I'd rather take more damage or something. I think Traveler runes are enough. Now, the problem isn't swiftness uptime, okay? If you're running Trail of Anguish and Spectral Walk, you have lots of swiftness. You corrupt a lot of... you transfer a lot of cripple into swiftness as well on your F2. So I think it's okay. And then obviously you get crazy duration. So it's not really about maintaining the speed rune. It's just I think they're not enough value. The vitality is okay though, because it increases your life force pool and stuff. So we see how it goes. The principle here, if you guys don't know, speed runes basically turn swiftness into super speed for you. They're really fun runes. The principle here would be, now you can rotate fast as well as impact team fights, as well as be okay-ish in 1v1s and rares and stuff. So you can get around really quick. You can kite out of dangerous scenarios really fast. So I like the principle, I guess, right? And it's not the worst thing in the world, we'll see. So yeah, the build otherwise is the same as in the other queue that we saw before. I still think this bottom trait is better. I think on the last time we saw a game from Mike, life force felt lower, so he couldn't be as spammy as I'd want him to be. And I think it's that trait selection there. And also, of course, the blood trait. I don't really believe in the wells so much. Anyway, looking at his composition as we roll in, he has a Tempest. That Tempest could be anything, especially if this is post-balance patch. I don't know what it's running. Probably support. If it is, I would try to, like, rotate with it as much as possible. And that would be the main guy I move to. No, like, so look, we've targeted it. This is a gold 1Q, right? So he's triple Signet. This is an awful build. Who runs Signet of Water? Who runs Signet of Fire and Tempest? Who runs this heal on Tempest? This is a worrying Tempest. So actually, now that he's taken target, I wouldn't go anywhere near the Tempest anymore, and I wouldn't trust it to heal me. That Tempest build is not going to do well whatsoever. I think this is like a first-time player or something who doesn't know about the default build, so it's not even, you know, got anything good. Aside from that, though, he's got a Core Warrior, Hollow, Core Guard. These could be okay. I actually don't like Temple too much on Scourge. Only for two reasons. One is it's kind of tricky to kite on some of these nodes. Particularly if you're ever against Mirage, you just get dominated on the side points because the Mirage can just blink up any of these cliffs and go down and blink up and go down. And the Mirage already counters you hard enough as it is. But also, because of Tranquility and Stillness, the nature of the map is there's a lot of precise rotating you need, and you do need speed. And Scourge doesn't exactly excel at this. This map's amazing if you're on some kind of like fast rotator. So yeah, I actually don't really like this map too much on Scourge. I really don't. But it's not that it's unwinnable or anything. We'll just see how it goes. So we come on out. I would be going to mid right now, absolutely, and that's where Mike's doing. I would be coming up round here, and I would be marking on this spot here for the enemies that do that. Your advantage here is that they can't pressure you very easily. If they don't pressure you at all, you can stand on the roof and free cast. If they do pressure you, you can kite back, and they have to commit so deep that hopefully some of your friends help you out. Of course, this is pretty low rated, so I don't know. Obviously, I'd already have the marks there. This is very late with the marks. Just standing there like that, you're actually quite vulnerable. If there was a stealth push, you could have been blown up there. Obviously, we saw some of them come to the node. So I would drop onto the roof here, and I would start... This is all no valid paths, so this is beautiful. No one can port to you here. And I would take a bit of damage, but I'd click this as well. I don't know what this is, and it's choosing to do the same thing as you. All right, it's a Necro, so fearing it off is really good. I would swap to Torch right now and knock it down. Get a Shade on the node and Desert Shroud instantly. I would also drop off for Transfuse right now, because you're going to have to res someone. So I'd be on the ground transfusing that, and I would Ghastly Breach. I wouldn't leave the body on the node like you just have. In fact, what I would do here, because there's an enemy breach, since you've made this play, things would have been a bit different if it was me here. I would trigger this res, and then I would let go of it instantly, and I'd walk behind this. And your second pulse of Transfused will trigger in a second or two, and you'll pluck him back here. and then you can res safely with all your cooldowns. In the meantime, as I walk towards this, I would Shade, Desert Shroud, and then you win this 100% of the time because you're cleaving super hard, and you get a free res. You're tanking damage. You might win this team fight anyway. It looks like you will. But I think that this is a bad play to sit and hold this res in this location. I'd just leave it. So yeah, everybody blew up. You can tell that this is a low-rated game because of how volatile this is, how quickly everyone's died. You missed a really nice Scepter 3 there. But overall, it's not too bad. Good job getting on him as soon as you notice he gets hit by the Hollow. I would hold Chillblains until the end of his Smoke Assault, and then I would Chillblains him. A bit late with the stun break there. So whenever you see a Smoke Assault, they're going to try and CC and then Worldly Impact. You could stun break the CC and dodge instantly. That's okay though. I'd be leaving right now, and I'd be looking to take close. I think we've been at this engagement for too long. I would free cam drop a Chillblains on this as I walk away from the node. Very, very, very slow to leave. You cancel cast your own Torch 4 there, but I like the instinct of using that to give yourself more Shroud. I don't know what this is at the moment. So I'd be very cautious and nervous, and I'd be looking at the minimap to see if anyone's coming to assist me. If when I take this target, I'm not comfortable, like if I see a Mesmer here, I would just cut my losses and leave, because we've got a 2-cap over here anyway. And I would not take this fight, whatever this is. I would go the fastest route here. I wouldn't go the long way around. This is good. I'd take target, and I would get ready for Torch skills through the wall. Okay, we really want this target. Okay, so it's a Thief. I would be comfortable with this. We would pressure and get the decap. And then once that's happened, you're going to know how much damage he's managed to land, what kind of thief he is. I've paused so I can see he's a Condi thief. In the moment, I wouldn't know this for a few more seconds. But if I start taking a lot of pressure, I would come and use this post. This post is brilliant. He's still going to choking gas you and stuff up there, but it's fine. So we'll play it forward a few seconds. Around now, I would notice the 20 confusion and I'd F2. The Mark IV is beautiful as well. Your play was better than mine. You Mark Ford in the middle of his fear, his Skull Fear, which is really good. I would stun break dodge roll because he's going to use 2 Skull Fears in a row, probably. No, he's not using the second one in a row. So your play's a little bit better than mine as well. He's Condi bombed the hell out of himself as well because of your incredible transferal there. What did you just corrupt boon him for no reason? I would Mark 5 on myself and stand still. Nice weapon swap. Yeah, you're good. You got the kill there. That was very nice. Oh, no. Okay, so he shadow stopped back on. If you'd Mark 5'd here. So let me rewind, okay? Let me just show you guys this. He's obviously reliant on Shadow Step for a lot of his cleanse. So if you mark where that white ring is, when he comes back, he gets instantly feared again. And then you can follow up with the kill. Your version of it Condis him up there, and then he cleanses it all afterwards. And potentially gets away later. But it's nothing major. That could have been really good. You got the 1v1. It's fine. I've talked way too much about this. That was really good. You forced him to blink instantly. Your instinct to actually stomp, I think, was wrong, though. A better thief would have let you go through the whole stomp animation and then repositioned. And then possibly even stealthed afterwards. I would have just taken damage on it and tried to build some life force with some staff auto attacks or something while he bleeds out with the Condi. But this is good. You're not healing as well. You're going for out of combat. That's nice. All your team has scored lots of kills. I saw you mousing over on the minimap as well, so you're clearly looking at the right thing. You've got your camera held so that you can see people here. This is really good. You can actually tilt it a little bit better so you can see people attacking from here. But that's not relevant on this scenario because you can see at mid that no one's there anyway. You're a bit slow to get off the note. That's minor. That's whatever. So yeah, you just push up. Now what I would do is I would swing through here towards mid. And I would look for, because what your team's doing is pushing up. You actually, I would come here. I'd probably move about here, but we're watching this ally. If this ally is low, we look to support him. I'd drop marks randomly here as well. Just in case someone tries to cross once I go to mid. And then if they get condied or I see the evades through the wall, then I know I can come back. But yeah, so you're a little bit hesitant and you're going to be too slow to prevent this decap. Your ally does it anyway, that's fine. I would take target. I would press T right now and take target. I can see there's a trail of sand, so I'd instantly corrupt boon that because that thing has stability. He's already lost his stability and being super CC'd here. Oh, you did it. You did do the corrupt boon. Very nice. I would now mark 5 to keep the CC chain going on him. He's been burnt to hell. So your Tempest is a Condi build, which is very strange. I'm curious about that. Anyway, he's doing a lot of damage, so whatever. I guess it's winning. This is a really good breach. I agree with the breach completely. I agree with the transfuse that you did. I would sand flare on the guy you just rezzed, though. This Tempest here is very low, too, so you could sand flare that. You're in a longbow 5, so you definitely want a Trail of Anguish and get out of the 5 really quickly. Don't waste the stab in it. All right, it's ended anyway. Yeah, I would still sound flare an ally right now. This ally here probably is what I'd do. And then get rotating back. I saw your instinct to rotate back a second ago. I think that was good too. It's likely to be the Thief again. A little bit slow, a little bit unnecessary moving back there. It's likely to be the Thief again, but you won it reasonably well. A lot of that was on the Mark IV, so we'll see how it goes this next time. With no Spectral Walk, this matchup's much harder for you than it would be anyone else. It looks like it was a Soul Beast anyway. This is good. I like the pressure you're taking. I think you're overcommitting. Don't forget everything. So this is a perfect little example, right? This is really good. Everything about what you do here is awesome. I really like this. But free cam, you never had to stop walking over here. You could mark. You could do every single animation the same as you did there. But all this walking in this direction, this trajectory difference, you didn't have to worry about. Just get really, really comfortable holding left click with free cam enabled in your options. Yeah, exactly like you're moving there, but dropping the marks. Really nice. I like the swiftness there as well. I think that's important. Debunk this. What I would actually do is I would neutralize this, and I would come here, support this straight away. I wouldn't even go for the cap. I don't care. I want stillness. That's what you're doing as well. Nice. If nobody comes and this engineer's still there, I would get ready to turn around. Looks like you're getting kills anyway. Yeah, one play here would be to drop marks on stillness and then return to the cap. But I really like that. I would come around the back of this now as well, because everyone's going to tunnel over there. And I would look to maybe transfuse or something. I wouldn't come back for this. I would just slam these kills now. And it would be like a... I don't think they'd get... I think if you came here, you would 500 to 85 them now. I think if you position here. Your team is killing so heavily, so fast, that there's really not much in this game. You're getting insane pressure. And look, so here's a fundamental, right? A guy died on far. So what you have to think about is... how do I phrase this? Dying is like mobility. Essentially, what he's done is he's your back point now, right? He dies, and he's in a position to take this. He could grab this for you while you get epic value and make... Because what you've done is you've made this a 3v5 now, when you could have kept it as a 4v5 or a 4v4 or whatever by holding the line. When your guy dies, sometimes that's a reason to keep forwards, because you know that he can do the job, you know? And I know that this node is really valuable right now because you took stillness, but in another world, your team isn't scoring all of these kills, and it's actually stronger for you to reinforce the front line, especially since you're defending caps by being forwards there. So I think you could have thought about that and actually stayed forwards. Here I would go to far, I wouldn't go to mid. Mid, you have more than enough numbers, and you're doing that, you're going to far. I would hope that this guy bleeds this, and what I would do is charge up the staircase. I wouldn't go around the side here, I'd go the staircase, and I'd try to take the transfusion. I'd get ready with like stab and ghastly breach. And what I do, the best play you could possibly make, the guy vengeance or whatever, but you could actually teleport him close to the bridge, then leave the room entirely, walk under the bridge, and then double port him, move him twice. Wait, hold on, sorry, what happened here? That's not a warrior. Is that a warrior? Oh yeah, it is a warrior. He's a longbow warrior. I thought that was a dragon hunter there. So I think your gameplay was really awful here. Because there was no reason to stand around. He even rallied. So, look, you're targeting to check if he had vengeance on him and calm. That was all good. But I think you were just really slow with this. And you could have been back towards the doorway hitting this already. And then, yeah, when the guy dies, do whatever. Again, you went 4 instead of 5 first. I think going 5 first is better because it enables the 4. The transfuse is really good. And you're going to get a really quick res here. I would Scepter 3 this and walk off. Because you've won the fight. So here you're standing on the node. This is all time wasting. It's all very slow. You could be leaving already. I mean, this is a game that's kind of winning itself, to be honest. But this is good. You're holding your camera correctly. I like this. You're moving back. I would have just fallen over the lip here and started immediately marking these guys. It's all damage time. It's all pressure up time. This I'd be scared of because there's a signet. So I would watch for the signet animation. The signet fire and dodge. But that's just because I know that thing hits pretty hard. Or even then, you could just F2 instantly, I guess, and give yourself Aegis. I think you've been very slow here. I would have followed this guy. I'd be at mid already. It's really important you get to mid because you need to transfuse this. Your best transfuse play, I'd just run on and I'd like breach on myself and stab. You can actually double res here. This is all very slow, far too slow. You can't transfuse onto this because it's off the nav mesh. I'm going to see if you try. You do try. It's not going to work. So you should, yeah, I mean, it was a good impulse, good idea. I would have ghastly breached before pressing F on that one as well. But that's fine. You got on the node in time. Pointless stun break there. But this is good. I'd look back to far now. I'd be leaving. There's no reason to be here anymore. There's no reason to use your elite either on a guy that's almost dead. I wouldn't plus this. I think this will be okay without any input from you. I say that, but your warrior's leaving. What? And you've targeted it because I think you're curious about the fact that he's leaving as well. That's very strange to me. Triple cap's coming up. I wouldn't go for this thief now, actually. Actually, I would. I'd go for the thief, neutralize the thief, and then I'd go for the 3 cap. So let's see what you do. I'm not full cap in this node. I don't care about that. The enemy team's going to come back in this in a big way if nobody gets towards tranquility right now. So you took the decap. I would follow that thief now. The play is to go to stillness since 2 of your allies are at tranquility. I think this is a big waste of time. Since you're just going to get all these anyway as long as you grab this. And you want to deny them stillness because otherwise they have a double cap against you. Your team has given them so much movement for the amount of kills you've made. Here, you're looking for a 1v1. I don't think it's a good idea. Isn't that an Ellie as well? This could be a side node Ellie that will kill you. You gave up the decap really quickly and you're being plus. Actually, good idea here. I didn't notice on the footage that 2 people were coming. You clearly had, so I think your idea is okay. Spectral Walk again would have been really good here instead of armor because you dropped down. One of the things with armor, with the protection, right? I understand protection's nice, but you got to remember, pretty much everyone is on annulment. Pretty much Spellbreakers boon rip baseline, Thieves boon rip baseline when they use steel, Revs can boon rip. Everyone's boon ripping. The Scourges will boon rip. The prot is not. It's not like the vanilla days where that's like reliable. So, yeah, I think you're okay. I think you're late with your heal here. I don't think you needed to Desert Shroud and thingy. I think you either heal earlier or you heal later and you make sure you F2 before it to get rid of that poison so that you actually get a high value heal. Your heal didn't heal you for very much because you did it in the middle of the poison right before it ticked off. I would mark for this and dodge around the corner. Either come around the corner or go ham on him. It's up to you. But because of the guy at the node and they've just capped it, I actually probably don't think going ham for it's a good idea. I would be looking at the pit now. I think you're going to die here. I think you go to the pit. Because you drop down there and you bait people who will just fall all the way and you're going to get jumped by the other player. Really unfortunate. 2 build things on this. 1, if you'd been on Spectral Walk when you came all the way under the bridge, imagine how strong that would have been if you ported back up to the ledge, which you could have done on Spectral Walk. 2nd, look at how little life force you've got. That's because of your trait selection in Scourge. Both of those things would have given you so much more playmaking opportunity. I'm suddenly really confused. Sorry. Why don't you have this node? What happened with Tranquility? I have to rewind here, guys. Oh, yeah, your full cap overlapped with Tranquility. Yeah, this was really nasty. Sorry. So, yeah, and you don't get any value out of this because Tranquility proc too early. It was very bad timing with the trip cap. Here would have been a great time to bail as well, considering the 2v1. And a Mark 5 behind you would have been nice there too. It's just unfortunate because that guy's in his win condition, really. You just saw the Sikkim on the pet. So that was a Sikkim smoke scale that was able to do good damage there. I see your targeting's interesting here. You're pulling target onto the pet a lot. When I think you're looking for the ranger, aren't you? Are you trying to target the pet? Might want to look at your your targeting settings. That's actually a thing that I can do a lot better, to be honest, if I actually take the time to set up and do individual binds for different kinds of targets. Anyway, so this is actually kind of ugly now. Your player just threw by running in here. Oh, well, mind you, they've got 2. I'm not too confident in them there, though. Your 2v1 has worked well out in mid, but the thief is plussing it now. I would go to mid right now. Winning play is mid, I think. All right, your allies have scored these kills as well. This is a very relaxed game. Pretty much anywhere you look, your allies are killing things. So there's not really much for you to do. It doesn't really matter. You are looking to mid now. You've recognized that the win condition is getting 70 points here. And with the kill points coming in as well, it's as easy as anything. I think your attempt here was to mark for life force and then transfuse or something. But you don't want to pull him off the node. You just dropped a regular shade, so maybe I do a disservice to you on that. Maybe you knew the whole time. The Tempest heals up. Does basically 0 healing because he's on some kind of Condi amulet. I would stay mid here. You win the game with mids. You don't need to go close. Yeah, this is a good place to stand. I actually probably wouldn't stand on this. I would have taken the even more conservative spot off the side. But this is good. I would torch right now. This was good as well. By the way, one thing you can do with your marks is go 2, 3, wait for a dodge, and then the 5. Instead of just spamming through them. This entire time, you could have agility knocked him down. And I think that would have been really, really strong. I would CC this as well now. The guy died. This is very, 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 very low tier gameplay. Like, look at the Scourge. He walked into a 1v3, right? I would go on the node and breach now. And I would also come down so that I can heal this. I would barrier this. I would sand flare on that. Also, none of your guys are really standing on the node. You could do that. You're not the target, so you don't have to play safe. Yeah, see, this guy's dead now. He could have been alive. In a harder game, that will punish you more. Good interrupt, though. F2 to get rid of all these Condi. I would just use these buttons a lot more. You can... The button press rate in the Path of Fire days can be a lot higher. Let me put it that way. Basically, spam more. So yeah, anyway, it was an okay game. It was too easy of a game, though, I think, to really be able to show anything. I think everything was mostly on point. Pretty good. About the same standard I saw before. And, yeah. Thanks very much for the footage. Any of you guys can send me some. The more footage I get, the more I can keep going with this. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one.